the biggest behavior or trait that repulses men from marriage and commitment is promiscuity, or AKA hoish behavior. This is a fact, and I always tell women this, and a lot of women get upset, especially when they're coming on my podcast and not understanding that men and women are different of what we look for. Men do not want to wife up hoes. That's a fact. And if a man did wife up a hoe, it'd be more likely to be a beta man, a more submissive man that's willing to allow that to happen, or that was his only option as a man, so he acted out of scarcity, not abundance. Because men who are working themselves, improving themselves, alpha men who are sexually attracted to all types of women, they're going to select the best option possible. They're not going to wife up a hoe, all right? So men, we care very much about preserving the sexuality of the woman he chooses to marry, because men do not want to raise another man's child, especially the alpha men. The beta men will, like I told you guys before, the beta men will happily do it and marry a woman with multiple kids, with multiple different baby daddies. That's what beta men do, right? Alpha man, he's not going to do that, right? And women who show promiscuous, hoish behavior, that's one of the things that men are afraid of is paternity. They just want to make sure that our kids are mine. And if a woman is showing promiscuous and hoish behavior, there's a risk of investing into that type of woman, because she has a high probability that she might end up having sex with another man, and my kid might not be ours. So, but at the end of the day, there's a term I always hear, women who have sex with the alpha men, but they'll let the beta men raise their child, right? Because they can't attract commitment from the alpha men. Also, like I said, but women don't want to be with the alpha men. That's why most women will have sex with the alphas and settle with the beta man to raise their children. Because, again, like I told you guys before, radical feminism, they're encouraging women to be sexually active and have unprotected sex with random men. You see this in today's dating culture. In America, 90% of women are sexually active by the time they're out of college. 60% of high school students already lose their virginity by graduation. So today, more than ever, women are empowered to sexualize themselves. And because of social media, modern women are on steroids when it comes to sex and sexualizing themselves. Just take a look on TikTok and Twitter, Instagram. Underage girls are openly talking about sex and sexualizing themselves to men. Women are having more sex than men today. Heterosexual men between the age of 18 and 25, only 20% of men are sexually active compared to women. So 20% compared to 9%. So modern day women today are more promiscuous than ever and having more sex than ever than the men. So that's crazy. A lot of women don't know this, but it's crazy where the men are now not having as much sex as the women. And like I said, that is why a lot of men out here are realizing modern day dating, especially in today's modern day dating culture of sex and casual relationships. That is why you see there's a decline of men giving their commitment to women, because they realize a lot of these women out here are promiscuous and showing hoish behavior. And like I told you guys before, men don't want to wife up a hoe. But like I mentioned earlier, masculine men do not want to raise another man's child. That is why 50% of single moms are unmarried or are never being married by their biological father of their child. Like I told you guys before, that is why men are starting to realize that what modern women are bringing to the table is not worth it, especially when modern women today are asking men to fulfill 100% of their traditional roles as a protector and provider. But here's the catch-22. Here's the problem. Modern women are not traditional women. So a lot of you want us to be traditional men, but you're no longer traditional women, but you still want us to wife you and give you fulfill 100% of the role and responsibilities of what a traditional man should bring to the relationship. But you guys don't want any accountability to be held to the same standards of being traditional men, that you hold us against men, that we should hold against you to be a traditional woman. So that is why a lot of men today are starting to realize and wake up to realize that it's not in their best interest to commit and give these types of women out there their full-time commitment in marriage. It's because men are starting to realize that we're actually getting the short end of the stick, because modern day women today have unrealistic standards. They're not willing to self-improve, like I told you guys before. They're not willing to self-improve as women to be attracted to us men. And also what they bring to the table are qualities and traits that we are not attracted to as men.